Final speaker now is Councillor Louise Minahan from Irigi.
Thanks, Joe. We all know why we're here today. The dodgy dealings by the corrupt politicians, the bankers and developers. We are here in opposition to the bailouts for these criminals, while the workers and the communities have been left to pick up the pieces and shoulder the burden for generations to come. Not only does this Free State government want us to pay for their mistakes, they want us to go about it quietly. Well, all I can say to them is, that will never happen. There's no chance. There's no chance we'll stand by while 500,000 people are unemployed. There's no chance we'll stand by while people are losing their homes. And there's no chance we'll stand by while people are dying on hospital beds. I represent the Ballyfermot and Drimna ward. Like all other working class areas on this island, our area has come under sustained attack from the ruling elite over the last couple of years. They have slashed funding for community and youth programmes. They have threatened our bus services. They have presided over a local housing and unemployment crisis. Over the last couple of years, the capitalists have set their sights on cutting the funding in our local hospital in Cherry Orchard. However, they haven't had it all their own way. Each time they have threatened our hospital, a mass campaign of people power with residents, families, political and community groups taken to the streets has reversed these cuts. Again this summer, threats have been made against Cherry Orchard Hospital with proposed cuts to the Laurel unit. I was at a public meeting there on Monday night, and it was clear the community will resist these cuts again. We will take to the streets again this summer if needs be. I mention this as we can learn from this campaign against the cuts in Cherry Orchard, and also the campaign by the old age pensioners against the cuts to their pension. This so-called government does not like it when people organise on the streets against them. They have shown that when enough people put it up to them, they tend to back down. What is needed to overcome the current onslaught against the working people is a mass campaign of civil disobedience. Marching around the city centre, while important for showing our opposition, can only take us so far. For the campaign to be successful, it needs support down roots in working class communities all over Dublin and throughout Ireland. Embedding this campaign in local communities will build us a solid foundation with the support of the working class and is a key factor to our ultimate success. We need a wide variety of tactics in our arsenal, and we are not prepared to have our tactics dictated to us by the establishment or the likes of the Sunday Independent. Irigi have been to the fore in calling for such a campaign. We are committed to working with other groups and individuals to build a campaign that we can win. We do not have to accept this bailout. We do not have to accept this system. We can get organised and we can fight back. This building over there is a symbol of what has gone wrong and what is wrong with this country. Anglo-Irish Bank needs to go, and it needs to go now. The capitalist system has failed, not only here but throughout the world. This country is crying out for change. We need real change, not just a general election or a change in a capitalist government. We need an alternative political and economic system, a fairer, more just system which provides for the majority instead of a ruling minority. What we need is an Irish Socialist Republic. Guril Mahagat.
Thanks, Louise. Friends and comrades, can I just wind up now by thanking everybody who came out today, by thanking all those who did a lot of work in order to put up posters and to give out tens of thousands of leaflets. Many people got the message that we have been attempting to get across. As well as the groups that spoke today, this campaign has also been supported by the Irish Socialist Network, Socialist Democracy, People's Movement and various trade union organisations and branches. It's true we weren't absolutely massive in numbers today, but the ideas that you heard here and that we have put abroad over the last month or two are absolutely vital and will grow in importance over the next period of months. The idea that working class people across Europe would not be isolated into their national states, to be picked off by the sharks in the financial markets, the EU Commission and the other agents of the financial establishment. Today's demonstration is in consonance with demonstrations that have taken place in Athens, Lisbon, Copenhagen, Brussels and other places over the last number of days. And the sponsorship and the launch of this campaign was by public representatives, elected representatives in the European Parliament, who elect working class people, who represent working class people in Greece, Cyprus, Portugal, France, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, Holland and Ireland. And therefore I think as we move into the autumn and we can expect another round of cuts, then this idea of European-wide solidarity will grow in importance. Already the European Trade Union Congress has called the 29th of September as a massive day of action and protest across Europe. There will be a major demonstration in Brussels, and demonstrations are to be organised, I believe, by the constituents, trade unions in all the member states of the European Union. That is an important beginning. But more important is this, that such a movement is armed with a programme that will end the disgraceful and disastrous attacks that are taking place at the present time. The victimisation of working class people for economic crimes that they have nothing to do with. And for the idea that there is an alternative to this rotten system. We must not be dictated to by the dictatorship of the financial markets. As speakers here have referred to, it is an outrage that the institutions of this state, that for example the public broadcaster RTE defers day in, day out to the sharks, the hedge fund merchants and others in the financial markets as if they were a god. Every cut, every vicious slash of a service is greeted by them with the question, will this be enough to satisfy the markets? Is this enough to give the markets confidence in this country? Who the hell elected these markets? Not the Irish people. They are simply private pirates making manipulating a situation to make super profits. That's what we stand in opposition to, and in favour of a rational system where these markets and the financial institutions are in public ownership, in democratic control. And in that basis we can recreate this broken system and on the basis of the ideas and the policies of democratic socialism. Thank you very, very much.